This month on Images, COD gives new meaning to Dine and Dash at the annual Food Truck Rally and Sunset 5K. See the impact when COD Cares volunteers give back to the community. And get acquainted with visiting artist Amanda Krugliak. All of that and more on this edition of Images. There's always a lot happening at College of DuPage, and Images is a great way to keep up with it all. I'm your host, Rio Omaria, admissions representative at College of DuPage. On a Saturday afternoon, with temperatures fit perfectly for runners, costumes, and hungry guests of all ages, more than 3,500 people flock to College of DuPage to run, walk, taste, and jam at the annual Food Truck Rally and Sunset 5K.
So today we're at the College of DuPage Food Truck Rally and Sunset 5K. This is our 8th annual Sunset 5K. We have over 1,000 people registered. We are expecting around 2,500 to 3,000 people for the whole day, but we also have 17 food trucks. Happy Lobster is here. We've got Toasty Cheese and all of their other trucks with Crave Bar, Toasty Taco, Best Truckin' Barbecue. So we have some new ones. Mother Wilma's Marshmallow Factory. She makes her own marshmallows and her own confectionaries. Lots of trucks here representing many different cuisines. So we always have a touch of truck, and this year is really special. We have E.B. Brown as our sponsor, and also we have the DuPage County Sheriff's SWAT team and many other large, impressive vehicles for people to experience firsthand. So that's really for the kids, but I think the adults like it too. This year we tried to incorporate a lot of our faculty members and what their areas of expertise are. So we have our chemistry faculty, Lubna Hockey and Bill Pesey. They are doing a demonstration with a pumpkin where perhaps there might be some explosions. We also have a culinary faculty member, Nancy Carey. She is making a no-bake pumpkin pie. We also have our welding instructor, Dave Ellis. He'll do a welding demonstration that we're calling Smart Sparks.
Six, 7, 8.
For additional photos or more information about the event, visit their webpage at cod.edu/5K. College of DuPage had the honor of kicking off a traveling exhibit chronicling the first 200 years of the Illinois Judiciary Branch. College administrators, faculty, and community members met for an opening ceremony, unveiling the display to the public, which remained on campus through October.
Today we had an event to celebrate the opening of the traveling judicial exhibit regarding the state of Illinois courts. And the College of DuPage is the inaugural site for this traveling exhibit. It's the 200th anniversary of the creation of the Supreme Court in 1818. And this exhibit has reflections on former cases, former justices, the history of the court, the development of the court. And we're very proud today that the college was the location chosen by the Historic Commission to inaugurate this event.
It's an honor for me to be here this morning for the opening of the bicentennial of the Illinois Judicial Branch. I would like to thank the Supreme Court Historic Preservation Commission for all the work it has put into preparing for this day, and I'd like to thank the College of DuPage for its willingness to serve as the exhibit's first host. I consider it both an honor and privilege that this exhibition of scholarship and history begins its journey across the state in my home district, in my hometown.
It's a great opportunity for students to see one important branch of their government and what it does and how it works. And that not only benefits those students, but all of our students and our community members, because we all have a need to understand how the courts work.
To learn more about the traveling exhibit or the sponsoring Illinois Supreme Court Historic Preservation Commission, visit their pages at cod.edu or isba.org. Students and staff came together to lend a helping hand in the DuPage community during this year's Roll Up Your Sleeves event. COD Cares volunteer groups participated in various service activities, performing essential tasks while visiting organizations throughout the county.
We have almost 200 people going out into the community. Give yourselves a big round of applause. This is the largest service day in COD Cares history.
Thank you for your volunteer service. We deeply appreciate it. It makes me proud to be a part of this team and to be able to go out into our community, because our community takes care of us.
The feedback that we receive from the organizations is that they are really grateful for our help, because these are not traditional volunteer opportunities. They need our help, and COD is more than willing to provide it.
We are here in Lisle, Illinois, packaging supplies for our troops to send overseas to show them that we care and we appreciate what they do. And we want to make sure that they're cared for and have all the supplies that they need.
We are a community, so if we are successful by helping one another, then the whole community is successful. So that's the reason I think the college should be involved in something like this.
There's a group of staff, faculty, and students here today, and we are building a raised garden bed for the Helping Hands Center. It makes us feel great. I mean, we're happy to come out and help give back to the community.
Personally, it makes me feel really great. Like, I love helping other people. I love doing whatever I can. If it makes a huge difference to them, that comes back to me as well.
So this year we're partnering with Northwestern Medicine. They've recruited their employees on this day and increase the impact that we have in our community.
When you give of yourself, even in a little bit, there is so much more of an impact than you know. And so taking that time to do something for someone else is what we're all about.
Please engage. We want to hear where everybody was. You all had some really unique experiences today.
We went to Operation Support Our Troops.
Helping Hands is a community center that serves disabled population.
They were like amazed. They couldn't stop. They're like, oh, you still have 2 more minutes, break down boxes. And we just kept going.
But then the best thing is that when you are there and you are packing every single thing, even though they are like many, many miles away from you, you can feel like the love.
I am so impressed with what we're doing here at the College of DuPage for our community. The faculty, the staff, the students, we're very proud to be a part of this institution and to participate in this kind of service activity.
Roll up your sleeves!
For more information about COD Cares or to become a volunteer, visit cod.edu/COD Cares. The Cleve Carney Art Gallery within the McAninch Arts Center hosts a series of visiting artists each year, providing opportunities for the community to engage through lectures, conversations, and workshops. Visual and performance artist and arts curator Amanda Krugliak talks with students and paints a picture of her artistic path.
So even though it's secure, there's some part of me that thinks this is going to come undone and maybe swing, you know what I mean? There's also this way it alludes to something that isn't entirely secured in the past. I've been here all week as a visiting artist, and I've also been working with students all week from the art department. I've had an interesting trajectory. I initially was a visual artist, a painter, and I've also done performance for 20 years or more. And as a curator, I think about installations, which is also trying to tell a story through visual culture and objects and materiality. And all of those things have come together for me with a particular interest in the way that story functions and how materiality is a vessel, or objects are a vessel for personal stories or narratives.
These are the stories that guide us, a song, a poem, a question. And there is a generosity in that reach towards another human, that compassion.
In my time here, I also gave a lecture which began with my own story as a painter and a storyteller, and then a project that led me into called State of Exception, which presented objects left in the desert between Arizona and Mexico, documenting the migration of undocumented immigrants into the country. The work is really about how all of us as human beings have these stories and seek a better life.
Think about that momentum, that gesture, that particular choice you might make to tell that story.
So what you're recording, everybody's taking a piece of that recording and making it their own, or chewing it for themselves. Oh. So I think we can tell a story that way.
You can do your story and he can
Kind of like a hack. They're showing me the hack.
This has been replaced, so this is kind of feeling really interesting.
So everything basically starts here. It's not valued, it's black and white because it doesn't really mean much. But when it does start to get valued, it gets pushed further on, and it's more colorful because it's valued.
There were so many great ideas. What struck me initially was how generous these students were in wanting to talk about what mattered to them, what resonated for them emotionally, their attachments to story, to history, to family. A lot of these students had objects that spoke to family, to growing up, and what of their experiences growing up they carry with them. Others from international students were about how they leave objects behind and manage to create new lives in new places far away from home. Well, I hope I've given them a few more tools in their artist bag, I guess. That would be one thing. I'd like them to have confidence to take risks, to dream big. Remember that the student sitting next to them, get to know them. And it's actually the unique way that we all come together, that really together we could do extraordinary things.
For more information on the Visiting Artist Series with the Cleve Carney Art Gallery at the McAninch Arts Center, visit clevecarneygallery.org. As the need for technically trained workers continues to increase in the U.S. job market, so does the need for technical training. Congressman Raja Krishnamurthy visited the main campus in Glen Ellen to see the impressive scope of College of DuPage's programs and facilities. Growth made possible by congressional support for career and technical education.
Today we were excited to be able to host Congressman Raja Krishnamurthy, who serves the northern part of our district in the U.S. House of Representatives. He was an important co-sponsor of the bill that just recently was signed into law, and this is the reauthorization of the Carl D. Perkins Act. So that bill is all about providing support and resources for career and technical education. So we have for many, many years been afforded a significant amount of funding that we've been able to turn into incredible laboratory space, learning environments that students cannot experience other places, as close to real life, real industry. Even the lab that we're in today, our HVACR lab, fully duplicates conditions in the real world.
I'm so honored and pleased to be here. This is my third or fourth trip to College of DuPage, and every time I come, I see a glimpse of something even more interesting, even more innovative, and even more thought-provoking.
We had an opportunity to purchase trainers like you see right behind me, and it wasn't what we needed, and we decided we're going to build our own. And Perkins afforded us that opportunity to buy materials, and as instructors and students come together and build training systems so that we can develop powerhouse classes for people to ramp up their skills at a faster rate so that they could get the knowledge they need to be successful in the workforce.
Coming up next, with a thriving community in the Chicagoland area, College of DuPage's Business of Craft Beer program teaches students about the business side of this booming industry. You love craft beer. Now, learn the skills necessary for a career in this growing industry with the Business of Craft Beer program at College of DuPage.
What I love about the craft beer industry is that it is truly a family. This industry is welcoming for everyone.
It is a very unique industry in that those that you are inarguably competing with for shelf space or tap space, you tend to become friends with.
You know, craft beer is growing so fast and it's changing so much. There's so much elasticity in it that we really need to get people that are qualified to understand it and be able to adapt to it.
You know, I think this is really a unique time in the arc of American craft beer. You know, a program like this feeding people that are interested and giving them professional skill sets is really valuable for employers, for distributors, for brewers, for retail. You know, there's a lot of different opportunities out there in a growing industry, and I think this is a unique way to develop some of those skill sets.
It's just not enough to have a great beer recipe and the desire to go brew beer and sell beer. You need a good understanding of the business to be successful.
No matter what area interests you the most, College of DuPage's craft beer program helps you understand the essentials of the business. Featuring hands-on courses conducted at local breweries and at College of DuPage, this program prepares students to pursue a variety of career opportunities.
I believe that the goal of the program was to help educate people as to what truly goes into the beer in the glass.
Right, you've got a beer, it's already made, but where does it go? Right, there's a lot of confusion on what to do with beer once it's made. This is the course that helps you find a way to move it into product at retail, through a brewery out of front of house, and maybe through a distributor. This gives you an opportunity to understand how to get into a career doing one of those things as opposed to physically brewing the beer.
You know, a lot of people are passionate about beer, but a lot of people don't realize that it's also a business. And this is something that we take very seriously. There's a professional attitude, there's a professional approach, and what kind of shows through in American beer on a consumer level may not actually be what's going on behind the scenes.
There are so many opportunities to work in the beer industry today, from actually working in the brewery and brewing a batch of beer to brand development, social networking, marketing, front of house management, you know, being a buyer at the various bars and restaurants. There's so many opportunities.
Learn local. With a curriculum designed by the area's leading professionals and entrepreneurs, COD's program was built from the ground up, equipping students with the skills, knowledge, and contacts that will be most valuable in the current market.
It's huge that the people teaching this class and the people that were a part of developing the curriculum for this craft beer program are actually working in the industry now.
We're going to cover everything from your beginning concept to business plans, how to deal with different properties, the government, and actually executing the plan.
You got guys like myself or John Barley, who owns Solemn Oath, who are going to come together and bring two very different perspectives on how to teach a class about beer business, because we've done it two different ways and we've both got a different set of experiences leading into that.
When we structured the courses, one of the things that we wanted to do was have at every class session not only a lesson where students obviously could follow along and gain some knowledge from, but we wanted them to have some contact with industry members. So we pulled in guest speakers every time we had a class. We actually have owners, we have brewers, we have distributors. Everyone who's in the industry is teaching a portion of the program.
Direct access to a lot of high-profile people within our industry here locally. This is a program that provides that. You know, the connections that we have, immediate connections that we have within the industry, are invaluable for the students as well.
I did not expect or know that we were going to meet so many people in industry. It's been great just to be able to talk to them and understand the obstacles that you have to face, some of the challenges.
It's given me a lot more ability to be confident in talking about beer styles
which I think is really important when you work in craft beer. Being able to talk to the customers about what products you have on, have product knowledge, be able to offer suggestions. It's just been an amazing experience, and I definitely would recommend it.
You know, we're an industry that has a sophisticated consumer, and they want information. And a program like this enables the students to get that information to pass on.
You know, creating a program where there's an education base to feed into an industry that's growing as quickly as ours is great. You know, we're looking for talented people coming from all walks of life. You know, this is an opportunity for people to excel and show us that, you know, beer is something that they're very interested in on a professional level.
I would absolutely hire someone that's taking these classes, and I would be much more interested in seeing this on a resume, and that's pretty much going to bring you right to the top of my pile. I'm going to meet with you guaranteed if I know that you've taken this set of classes.
Craft beer is a culture unlike any other. Love it? Learn it. For more information about the Business of Craft Beer program at College of DuPage, check us out on the web at cod.edu/craftbeer.
What does College of DuPage have to offer you? In a word, opportunities.
You name it, chances are you can study it here. College of DuPage offers over 230 degree and certificate programs. Associate degrees can be completed in 2 years when attending as a full-time student. Associate degrees allow students to transfer to another institution to continue their education or enter into a specific career field. Certificates of completion are offered for a variety of in-demand occupational and technical careers. With our 3+1 programs, it's possible to earn a 4-year degree from an area university without ever leaving the College of DuPage campus. No matter what you study, students at COD learn from the best with the one-on-one personal attention made possible with small classes. Experts in their field, our award-winning faculty are passionate about teaching and dedicated to your success. Student athletes enjoy a winning tradition at College of DuPage, with one of the most successful community college athletic programs in the nation. The McAninch Arts Center is not only home to students studying the arts, but it's also the place to catch a performance. There's theater, music, dance, art galleries, and more. If exercising and staying in shape is a part of your routine, check out Chaparral Fitness in the Physical Education Center, with free memberships for full-time students. COD is not a place where you have to just go to class and then go home. And seriously, who would want to?
That's all the time we have for this edition of Images. We hope you enjoyed this program from College of DuPage. Also, you can watch past episodes of Images on demand by visiting our website at cod.edu. I'm Rio Omaria. See you next time.